Hey guys, it's Tricky Nick here, and today I'm proud to say that I'm joined by the one, the only, Odyssey Central.
Hello everyone.
Since we've got such an amazing guest with us today, I thought it would be fitting to do the most controversial battle of Nintendo games.
Super Mario Odyssey is Mario's most recent 3D adventure release for the Nintendo Switch in 2017. The game received heaps of positive reviews, and it's regarded as one of the best games of all time.
But this isn't just unique to Super Mario Odyssey, because The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was also released in 2017 with critical acclaim. Today, these two games are going to battle to the death in an all-out brawl. For today's battle though, I've decided to take your suggestions and change the scoring system slightly. Instead of having the 4 sections be popularity, graphics, gameplay, and replay value, I switched it up a little. The sections will now be graphics, sound, innovation, and gameplay. Gameplay will still be worth 2 points, as it's the core of every video game. Anyways, let me know if you guys are satisfied with these changes, because if not, I'll be sure to adjust it again. Also, please remember this is just our opinion, so if you disagree, that's okay. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more Nintendo content, and check out Odyssey Central's channel with the link in the description. If you want to suggest some game battles to me, be sure to join my Discord server with the link in the description. Now, without further ado, let's begin the battle of the blatantly boisterous beasts, the clash of the crazily creative franchises, the war of the best games of all time, Super Mario Odyssey vs. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Starting with Breath of the Wild, the opinions on this game's graphics are polarizing. Some say that the style is so incredible that it's some of the best graphics of all time, and some say the exact opposite. Personally, I don't like the graphics in Breath of the Wild. The polygon count is low and there's no anti-aliasing, which makes the game look dated. The characters also look extremely emotionless, especially with those zombie-looking eyes. I could understand that they're going for a less realistic look, but I just find it so ugly. On the other hand, Super Mario Odyssey gives Mario a somewhat more realistic look to fit the new environments in the game. The characters and colors are also vibrant and lively in this game. While the game sometimes has frame rate issues when looking off into the distance, this usually isn't a huge problem. Also, I know some people may point to the Luncheon Kingdom when talking about polygonal structures, but the colors are nice and vibrant, and while it's not the best looking, it's still better than the Breath of the Wild graphics. Overall, Super Mario Odyssey's more realistic approach to graphics is far better than Breath of the Wild's crummy graphics. This section covers the music and sound effects in each game. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has a wide variety of tones and themes in its music. The game features things like quiet and relaxing music, epic boisterous tunes, and even funky weird songs. This wide variety of different music creates an incredible dynamic soundtrack. That being said, not a lot of that music is very memorable, as it's mainly just basic tracks. When it comes to Super Mario Odyssey, the game has mainly upbeat tunes and not much else. That being said, the songs are a lot more memorable and iconic, such as the live performance from Pauline at the Metro Kingdom. Unfortunately, the music track of this game is just sort of a one-note theme. While both games have very good musical scores, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild just has so much more variety than Super Mario Odyssey. So for that, Breath of the Wild gets the point here. Starting this section off with Breath of the Wild, this game has a lot from its predecessors. Instead of focusing on innovating the game, Breath of the Wild takes gimmicks from similar games and improves upon those. Things like cooking, climbing, and open world exploration may already exist in the gaming world, but these are fun, new, innovative mechanics when brought to the Zelda series.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies.
While this is not the typical means of innovation, it still does innovate the Zelda series. Since we've never seen these mechanics in a Zelda game before, it really makes the game feel new and exciting. Unfortunately, there are a plethora of other games that already feature most of the mechanics seen in Breath of the Wild. So while the game is technically innovative, it doesn't feature many new ideas. Super Mario Odyssey innovates in a whole different way. Rather than keeping the same basic formula and adding a couple of new things, Super Mario Odyssey completely changes how we see Mario. This is done by using a little hat called Cappy. Normally in a Mario game the rules are simple. Kill enemies and progress through a level to continue. Now with Cappy, we can take control of any enemy we please, which means we can use the enemies to our advantage rather than take them down. The game also features more realistic enemies and environments, such as T-Rexes and big cities. Also, the game has little 2D sections that I forgot to mention, but I just wanted to bring that up now because those are really cool as well. So this section really comes down to whether I prefer a large number of small innovations made by Breath of the Wild, or the small number of large innovations made by Super Mario Odyssey. In my eyes, Super Mario Odyssey's large innovations are more impactful to the Mario series than Breath of the Wild's small innovations to the Zelda series. The story of Breath of the Wild begins when Link awakes to hear that Calamity Ganon is about to destroy the world, and it's up to Link to stop it. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild features a vast open world that we explore by means of walking, climbing, and gliding. There are also restrictions on where we can go that include weather and powerful enemies. Enemies typically aren't a huge issue as you progress in the game because you can upgrade your armor and weapons. Link also has to complete 4 ancient shrines in order to gain the abilities Magnesis, Stasis, Cryonis, and Remote Bombs. Once we are equipped with good armor, weapons, and abilities, we essentially have the freedom to play the game how we want to. We can go through dungeons and divine beasts to get to Zelda as fast as possible, or we can spend more time exploring and taking in the scenery of the game. This freedom is something that is rare in a Zelda game, and it's an incredible change of pace. Anyways, let's hand it over to Odyssey Central.
Moving on to Super Mario Odyssey. The story of the game is pretty much as creative as you can get with a Mario story that's still faithful to the original format. Rather than just kidnapping Princess Peach, Bowser has decided to force Peach to marry him. In order to stop this from happening, Mario must travel the world in a ship called the Odyssey. In order to repair the damaged ship, Mario must collect Power Moons. There are 880 of these scattered about every kingdom, in shops, floating taxis, and just about anywhere you could imagine. Mario visits a large variety of kingdoms, including not only places we would expect in Mario games like deserts and lakes, but also wild new places like the Moon Kingdom and the Metro Kingdom. Even the kingdoms that could be considered a normal Mario trope, like the Sand or Wooded Kingdoms, have brand new twists put on them. The Sand Kingdom is riddled with ice, and the Wooded Kingdom is combined with technology to give it a very unique feel. Mario also meets some new foes in this game known as the Broodals. This group of rabbits fight Mario multiple times throughout the game. The boss fights as a whole here are really fun. My personal favorite is the Robo Brood for multiple reasons.
It has, in my opinion, the best boss fight theme in the Mario series. It's overall just very creative, and there's a speedrun strategy where you need to try and stay on top of it without using a Pokio, which is super fun.
But then there's the game's central mechanic, Cappy. Cappy allows us to capture any enemy we please, including Dry Bones for Smash, completely changing everything we thought we knew about the Mario universe. Cappy also makes the already great movement in the game feel even better because the game also allows us to perform tricks off of him. I cannot stress enough how well Mario controls in this game.
Every single move flows well together and allows for near infinite possibilities when you combine Mario's jumps with Cappy.
The fast movement options like the roll also help this game just to feel a lot more fun to simply run around in. This was a massive moment in not only Mario's history, but gaming history as we know it. Since Super Mario Odyssey has so many different worlds and unique features compared to Breath of the Wild, it gets the point here. That being said, it was still a pretty hard choice between the two. Well, I mean, I knew which one I was going to choose here, but you know, Breath of the Wild is good too.
That means it's a victory for Super Mario Odyssey with a final score of 4-1. I know this seems like a landslide, but each section was relatively close. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I understand if you disagree with my opinions because some of them are pretty controversial. Let me know what you thought of this battle in the comments because I know this one is going to be a heated debate. Once again, thank you Odyssey Central for being in this video. It was a lot of fun to finally collaborate. The link to his channel will be in the description, although odds are you've already subscribed to him.
Over on my channel I cover pretty much anything Mario related like Mario Maker, Mario Kart, and of course the mainline series. I also talk about other games like Smash, so if that interests you, feel free to check out my channel.
Anyways, that's all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video and you want to see more Nintendo content, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.